everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have my October book haul for you. This month's book haul is basically all from Book Outlet, so that's what I'm calling it. So let's just get right into the books. So first I'll show you the one book I bought this month that was not from Book Outlet, and that was The Legacy by Elle Kennedy. Obviously I did a whole reading vlog of this book, so I will have that linked down below if you haven't seen it yet and you want to watch it. I really like this one. It's the epilogues for the off-campus books. Not much else to say about this. I was surprised how cheap this was actually though. This was only $13 Canadian, and all of the other books in the series are like around $18, so I was kind of surprised that for like a new release it was only $13. So that was nice. So like I said, this was the only one I bought this month that was not from Book Outlet, so got that one. Next, all of the rest of the books I bought in two separate Book Outlet orders, both of them when they were having a sale where it was buy two get one free. So that is why I feel like I have more hardcovers than I normally do, because that is the only time I will usually buy hardcovers, is during that sale. So the first book I got is the Firekeepers, or it's not the, I guess it's just Firekeepers Daughter by Angeline Boulley. This was honestly a cover buy for me. I've seen this one everywhere. It's a lot thicker than I thought it would be. Like, it's a pretty like chunky book. This one is, I believe, has something to do with First Nations people. There's also, I remember I read the synopsis of this earlier, and there is a girl, I guess, who falls in love with this boy on her brother's hockey team, but then there's like a murder that happens and the FBI is involved in some like new drug that is, I guess, killing people, and she is kind of looking into that, I guess. I don't really know exactly. The synopsis was kind of one of those ones where it was like hinting at a lot of things but not really explaining anything, which is fine. Like, I just can't really tell you what the book's about, so I read it. So this is one of Risa's YA book club picks, if that's something that you're interested in. I personally am not, but like I said, I bought this one because I've seen this everywhere and I really, really love the cover of this one, and I do obviously want to read it as well, but I'm really excited for this one. Then next, I've also had my eye on this one for a long time. This is What I Like About You by Marisa Kanter. This one is a, I believe it's YA, I guess it is. It's about a girl whose name is Hallie, sort of in her real life, I guess, but online she goes by Kels, who is a book blogger, and she sort of makes like these custom cupcakes to match book covers and posts all these pictures and reviews and things. And she's super popular, has a big following, and she meets this boy online named Nash, who is a graphic novelist, I guess, and he is sort of in love with Kels. They talk online all the time as, you know, their online personas, I guess, and she ends up moving to her grandfather's little small town for her senior year, I think it was, and she ends up, of course, running into Nash in real life, and he meets her as Hallie and just sort of is in love with Kels, so he's kind of like, oh, like, I don't really care about her, I guess, because I already know that I like this girl, and he doesn't know they're the same girl, so sort of like this like Hannah Montana thing going on, which I really like. I also really love romance books about characters who like books, which this one obviously is. I love the whole like book setting of a book blogger, especially sort of being someone who talks online about books a lot myself. This definitely caught my eye, and like I said, this is a YA book, so I've been trying to read some more of those and finding ones that I do like, because there are some YA books that I do love. There are others that I'm not really crazy about, but I'm excited to read this one. Next is This Is Not the Jess Show by Carey. I've actually talked about this book quite a few times on my channel for a book that I don't own or have not read, and I've had my eye on this one since it came out, but I just had this feeling it was going to end up at least a couple copies at Book Outlet, so I waited, and it finally did come in. This one, if you've ever seen the movie The Truman Show, this one sort of gives me The Truman Show vibes. It's about a girl who lives in, I believe, like present day, or no, she's not, she's in 1998, but there's kind of all this weird stuff going on, and then half the population has been struck down by a mysterious flu, and conversations seem to end awkwardly when she enters the room. And then one day, a tiny, sleek black device with an Apple logo on it falls out of her best friend's backpack, and obviously it's 1998, the first Apple product hasn't even come out yet, and so This one sounds really interesting. I believe this is a thriller. It's YA again, but this is one that I've had on my radar for a long time, and like I said, I've talked about this one a lot on my channel, and so I'm excited to get to that one as well. Next, I got Namesake by Adrienne. This is obviously, I guess, the sequel to Fable, and I really love the covers of these two books together. I already have Fable, so I bought Namesake, obviously, and I believe, I haven't read Fable yet because I like to buy, like, this book before I read the first book, and I believe, I don't want to read the synopsis of this because it's probably going to spoil the first one, but I believe there's pirates in this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I love anything that has to do with, like, the ocean, so I am down for that, and I'm excited to read these. This was another, like, cover buy. I really love the covers of these. They're so pretty together. But I do think I'm going to love them anyway because I do love the pirate ocean vibes, and I believe this book has those. Next, I got Simmer Down by Sarah Smith. This is obviously like a rom-com or a romance. And this one is, I believe it is rival food truck owners. So there is a girl who's working at her mom's Filipino food truck at the beach, and then this guy shows up and he has a British food truck, and I guess they're sort of competing for like who's gonna get this to keep this spot on the beach. And so they both enter the Maui Food Festival to sort of decide who's gonna get to keep this spot, and this just sounds really cute. I love like unique sort of things in romances, and like a food truck is definitely something I haven't read about before, so I'm excited to get to this one. Next, I got Dark Shores by Danielle, or no, this is Dark Skies by Danielle, Elle, Jensen. The first one is called Dark Shores, which I don't have yet, but I do plan on buying, and this is another book where this is the second book in the series again, but this one is also, I believe, pirates or something ocean related, so that was why I bought it. Like I said, I really love books that touch on those topics: sirens, mermaids, pirates, like anything on the ocean I am immediately gonna buy. And so I bought this one because, like I said, it was buy two get one free, and they didn't have the first one, but I will probably buy the first one when they do get it back in stock because I have seen it on their site a couple times. So I'm excited to read this series. I really liked The Bridge Kingdom by the same author, if you've heard of that one, and so I'm excited to try out some of her other books. Next, I got these two books. They kind of go together. This is All the Stars and Teeth by Adalyn Grace and All the Tides of Fate by Adalyn Grace. These are, I believe, a duology. I don't think there's any more that are going to come out in this series, and this is, again, pirates, sirens, mermaids, I believe. I didn't read the synopsis for this one because obviously it's the second book, but I believe in this one it's about a girl who kind of is in line to sort of rule an island, I think, and she makes a deal with a pirate, and I'm just, again, here for all the pirates and the mermaids and the sirens and all of the things in the water. So I bought these two because I think I'll really like them, obviously. Then lastly, I bought these books, and I'm really excited about these. People are so going to judge me, but I bought the Riverdale books. I have had my eye on these for probably a year, and I've wanted to buy them because I really want to do a video where I read these and kind of like a I read the Riverdale books so you don't have to kind of video. And they've had these for a long time on Book Outlet. They keep sort of coming and going out of stock, but these are supposed to take place, I believe, in between the seasons of the show. So I think this is volume 1. I believe this is like after the first season it takes place, and then this is volume 2, which is, I believe, after the second season, and volume 3, which I think, again, after the third season. This one just says, like, season 3 on it, so I think this might just literally be, like, a comic form of season 3, but these are a lot different than I thought they'd be. They are comics, like, full color, like, Archie comic kind of books, but they're actually, like, the size of a comic book, like, if you've ever bought, like, the larger comic books. And so I thought that was really cool. These are also in, like, such nice condition. Like, they still have that, like, new, like, book feel to them with, like, the glossy pages. Like, I love that. And like I said, I feel like people are really going to judge me for this purchase, but Riverdale is, like, my guilty pleasure. I know it's trash. I really do. I'm a couple episodes behind on the most recent season, and I couldn't even tell you what the plot line of this season is because it has just been so all over the place with everything. But I also just, like, can't stop watching it. So, like I said, I thought this would be a fun video. I've had my eye on these for a while, so I'm excited to finally have all of them to do that video. And so that will probably be in, like, January when I do that video, if you're, like, actually interested in that video. because I already have all the videos for the rest of this year planned out. But anyway, that is all the books I bought in October. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. I do new book videos every single week, and I will see you next time.